Do a video, he says. It'll be fun, he says. We go to the convention, then we can talk about fandoms, he says. And then he forgets, and I set this whole thing up, and he leaves! Well, I'm the one who's going to have the last laugh. I took an elective of magic in college. Bibbidi boop! Show up on the stoop!
Either I'm having a really bad dream, and I'm sleeping at work again, or your ugly mug is actually here.
Yep, I'm here. I teleported you here.
Why did you do that?
You forgot that we were supposed to do a video.
Oh, sure. How many times did I say I want to do a video and you forget that we're going to do it? We're running out of time.
You're not the one who took magic as an elective in college.
That doesn't exist.
Well, you're here, aren't you?
I have a point.
Ah!
What is it that we're doing?
We're talking about the different types of fandoms. Because we went to the convention.
Oh yeah. There were a lot of weirdos at the convention.
A lot of weirdos, yeah.
I'm just gonna put this over here, I guess. But
yeah, me too.
Okay, I really don't know how to start this, so
we'll figure it out. These are the different types of fandoms.
All right, so before we get into this, you clicked on this video to see what we were talking about or what we meant by different forms or different levels of fandom.
Yes.
Let me clarify a couple of things. You know, I guess make a couple of notes so you understand kind of what we're thinking or how we put this together.
Yes.
First off, this is just a list of the different levels that we came up with, our different ideas of, okay, if you're a fan, generally you probably fit into this type or this type or this type. Mm-hmm. And they all have their own unique...
Yeah, and they vary.
I mean, and you can be a mix of both,
mm-hmm.
but at the same point, there's always like that one that you might more relate to. You know, they can bleed a little bit. But it's also just, like I said, these are just also a basic level. There's probably more to them. There's probably subdivisions if you really wanted to get into it.
That's right.
But we came up with 6, I believe, is what... Six is what we came up with. So for us, these are the levels. These are the type of people that are in these levels. Again, this is nothing official. Even though, I mean, to be honest, there's only one version, and it's our version.
Our version.
We're always right.
Yeah.
Or, correction, I'm always right. He, on the other hand, we'll see. He's a little cuckoo in the head. I think he's been hit with the hammer.
It's been up for debate for many years.
By the way, if you're new to the channel, if you haven't watched any of these videos before, actually, I don't know who this is. Who are you?
I'm Cletus. I'm his best friend.
Or so he says.
I continue to say.
But no, best friend, long time. We actually did just get back from a convention this weekend. Yep. And we were talking in line, and the guy goes, "You two are like brothers. Are you brothers?" No, we're not.
No, we've just been friends for a very long time.
So without further ado, this is another really long intro. So let's get down to the list, and we're going to start with number 1. So at the top of the list, we have, I guess, like we said, number 1, I guess, because you can't really rank them. Nah. They're just level-wise.
They're just levels.
But coming in at the top is the casual fan.
Yes.
Now, what do we mean by casual fan? Well, I'll start us off. Casual fan is just somebody who knows things. Just knows that comics exist. Mm-hmm. Know that Spider-Man exists.
There's movies about him.
Maybe knows Superman's origin, because who doesn't know Superman's origin?
Yeah, I read the first Superman.
You ask somebody, who is Superman? They would say, superhero, alien, dying world.
Truth, justice, American way.
This is the type of fan that, and if you actually watch this, Sorry, I didn't give you a heads up. This is my dad.
Yeah.
Or my mom.
Yeah.
More specifically, probably my mom, because
Possibly.
she's barely watched any of them.
Mm-hmm.
She watched a Guardians film,
Right.
and asked why I thought she should watch it.
But she has made you a few costumes.
And yeah, has made me plenty of very cool costumes, and she knows the characters.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because of me. But she probably, honestly, as far as what she thinks or what she likes, doesn't care. Really doesn't care.
Very casual. Very meh.
She's the type of person, and my dad also, I'll admit, sorry, both of you that I'm including you this
Dad's
much.
a little more like he likes to go see Star Wars movies with you and stuff.
Yeah, but these are the people that are like, will also say, well, okay, this is so interesting, but why are you into it?
And it's like, oh yeah, comic books are cool, but taxes.
But you need money, and why are you spending money on this?
Yeah, money, investments.
These are the people who are very meh
Man.
to, okay, so
Car finance.
home mortgage.
Home mortgage.
You're-
Rent.
You spent how much on somebody's signature?
You did this to shake someone's hand for 2 minutes?
You waited in line for 3-4 hours to meet this person just for a minute?
You bought a what lightsaber?
You know,
Yeah.
or you start explaining, so you see the multiverse, and there's this version, and this version, and this version, and their face just goes,
Just
"Aw."
so it's like multiple.
These really are basically everybody who I would basically say aren't fans.
That's right.
These are your everyday people. These are your general movie-going audience that these films are usually tailored toward. Yes, there's things for other levels of fans,
Oh yeah.
definitely.
Mm.
But these are just your general movie-going audience. Oh, there's a superhero movie coming out.
Maybe.
Okay, I'll go see that.
Yeah.
Or this is the, they might have read a comic book.
Yeah.
Also, most likely not.
Yeah, when they were 10.
And let me give you a quick example. When the first Deadpool came out, saw a review, and a lady goes, "This movie was terrible. This was so bad. They did this and this and this. Hopefully next time they get the character right." Lady, if you read a comic book, you would know they got the character right.
Oh yeah.
Really right.
He swears a lot.
And he breaks the fourth wall.
A lot.
So that is what we'll put at the first top level.
So the next one is the all-inclusive fan. The one who's like, everything works. It's all good. This is great. I love this. I love that. Typically they like every new thing. Or they'll jump on the wagon for a little bit and then get bored and they'll go on another one. And that's completely fine. Like that's what I call the excitable person.
Well, these are also the people who they would generally like everything. There's no sense of I'm a Marvel, I'm a DC. They are like, I like Marvel, I like DC, I like Dark Horse, I like Image, I like Disney, I like this.
They have no specific focus. They're kind of like all over the place. I mean, I have a little bit of that myself.
I think I do too, a little bit in the fact that while I am focused on Marvel, and if you hold a gun to my head, which please don't do that.
Don't do that.
I will say Marvel is king, Marvel rocks.
Kings, Marvel rocks. For me, it's Star Wars. So.
But I do have in my nerd cave, one of the things I have is a poster behind my door that has a bunch of lists. In this room and it's this. And one of the things is like Marvel and DC equally, basically. Because I love the CW. I loved the Arrowverse. Yeah, some of the stuff was bad, but I like the Arrowverse. I like the stuff that's on Disney Plus. I like the stuff that Amazon's doing with the different DC stuff. I like Hellboy. I mean, I'm not
the biggest fan either. Not the biggest fan of them, but I like them too.
And these are just the people that you can't really tell them something's bad. They'll be like, "No, it's not.
No, it's not."
No. And speaking of this is kind of where this video came from. I meant to mention this earlier. The idea for this came from another friend of mine, basically telling me that I like everything. And that I like every single movie. And this was kind of something to prove him wrong.
He doesn't like every movie.
Trust me, I don't like every movie.
He gives every movie a chance. That's the difference.
But that's a whole nother. That's
Yeah,
a
it's a
whole other
different
thing.
debate.
But that's basically what all-inclusive is. You can't tell them anything is bad.
Mm-hmm.
They think everything is fantastic. Every storyline is perfect. Every character is perfect. Every company is top-notch. What else would...
Sad truth is that they're not.
I mean, you like what you like.
You like what you like, but companies... That's a different story. Anyway.
But what am I missing? What else? Any other last thoughts on this? You can. Think?
Just that these are. I call these. There's a term I like to call it the bubbly fan.
Bubbly fan.
They're always very positive about everything, and that's not a bad thing. In fact, we sometimes need a little bit more bubbles in our lives, and it really does make all the difference. Sometimes to just be respectful. If anything, they're a good model to follow
for other things.
Yes, yeah, I think that it's a good way of. They're always welcoming. I've never had an all-inclusive fan not be welcoming.
These are also the ones. I don't think we really mentioned this with the first one. Maybe we did, but these are the ones that they'll read all the comic books. They'll read all different graphic novels.
Yeah. And they'll usually go on like a binge.
They'll collect
a
bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
They are not quite the level that comes at one point later.
Yeah.
But
they're on the cusp.
They will collect anything, pops, figures.
Pops is a big one.
Statues.
Actually, Pops is a big one for them.
But yeah, they really have no boundaries.
Yeah.
When it comes to fandoms.
That's right.
They're not bad.
No, they're a joy.
Sometimes we can actually be jealous of them and be like, where the heck are you getting all your money from?
Yeah, where are you getting all your happiness from?
But whatever makes you happy.
Right, exactly.
But again, this second level is all-inclusive.
All-inclusive.
Coming in at the third level, or more in the middle, is, and feel free, if you know us, to correct us on this.
Feel free.
But this is the level, after we talked about it and discussed it multiple times, where we feel we fit in.
Big time.
So, we'll probably go more into this.
Mm-hmm.
And that is level 3, which is the nostalgic fan, or nostalgia fan. This is the group of people, you know what's great? This is us.
It's us.
Like we said.
Big time.
Who, the big thing is, we know when to be an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Even if some people say we don't.
True.
And know when to be a fan.
Yep.
Know when to have fun. We acknowledge that there's something we love that maybe a lot of people don't love. I will give a prime example, and he'll give a prime example too. That way it's fair.
You first.
I love Batman and Robin.
He sure does.
But I acknowledge that it does have its problems, and it does have its issues, and there's a reason people mock it, and people don't like it.
But the main reason that you love it is because you watched it when you were younger.
It was the first Batman movie I saw.
There you go.
Has my favorite villain in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I love it, and I know it's because of the nostalgia feel. And I know I just have fun. Which is another big part for nostalgic people.
We like fun.
We know why we like it. It's fun. It's enjoyable. Get away from the everyday. The joy.
Mm-hmm.
I think I already said this, but the love of it.
Mm-hmm.
The hunts can be great fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The people we get to meet.
Conversations you have with people.
Meeting the people, the voices, or the performers who really contributed to your childhood. Maybe helped turn you into the person you are. In a sense. But by the same token, realizing these are people. They're not up here. They're not that person. For example, I haven't met the guy yet. I would love to. But Daniel Barnes, for me, is Spider-Man, if we're talking in general. Because that 90s anime show is my favorite show that I grew up with. That established Spider-Man for me. So if I get to meet him, I'm going to say, you were my childhood.
Right.
Because that show was my childhood.
And since you gave an example, I'll give mine. I love the movie Spider-Man 3.
Spoiler alert for a future ranking video.
That's right. Spider-Man 3 is my favorite, just of most of the Spider-Man movies. But again, we'll get to that. This movie, just for me, the main reason I love it is I was obsessed with the black suited Spider-Man. I actually have a whole collection of them back here. And
Right there.
right there, yeah. But this was the first, so far only time we've gotten the actual black suited Spider-Man in cinema. And the music for it, I think, is just so good, and it gave me chills as a kid, and it gave me everything that I wanted, that I didn't care that other things were crap, or other things were problematic, or specifically all the jazz. You know, to me, Peter Parker's a dork. He's gonna think jazz is cool. And I never had a problem with that kind of stuff, because I was just waiting, when's the next time I see the black suit? When's the next time I see Venom? You know, even though Venom's not perfect in that, I still was very excited to see him at the time. And I enjoy the movie for what it is, a fun, melodramatic Spider-Man adventure, with the battle of what's inside, which that's my favorite thing of all time, dichotomy of good and evil within one person, you know, within yourself.
Which is for another video.
That's for another video. But the point is, that's what I love, so for me that movie just is always up there. Up high. And it's the same with another, you like Batman and Robin, I like Batman Forever. My first Batman movie I ever saw, same reasons. That was Batman to me, you know. And at one point I even because of that movie I hated Batman Begins. But I think we've talked about that already. But in any case, yeah, nostalgic fans, that's us, man. Through and through.
Nostalgic fans when it comes to collecting.
Everything.
Yeah. But at the same point can be reasonable.
Oh yeah, we're always looking for I think sometimes we're specific because we're looking for like the same type of one I had as a kid.
Or you look for the best deal. You don't.
Yes.
Sometimes yes. Sometimes if you're like, okay, everybody's gonna want this, but I want it, you will pay the full price. But you also try to get the best deal.
Right, and sometimes you'll spend more depending on what it is. But you will typically look for the best deal, and you'll look for that nostalgia bait. You know, that like special, different type of thing that's you're specifically looking for the nostalgia.
Yeah, like for me, some stuff I'm currently trying to find.
Yeah.
Mystic Knights Ethereal Note.
Mystic Knights.
Yes, I mentioned that weird show. If you know what it is, congratulations.
Yeah.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. And also, I had a similar font that I did. I found every version that I could find of one of my favorite movies.
Star Wars.
Yeah. All my different versions of Star Wars here are like, you know, this is the exact one I had as a kid when I was watching Empire Strikes Back. So I went and looked specifically for this box, and I found it. I found it at a Goodwill, luckily, so it wasn't a lot. But like that's the kind of things we look for. We focus up.
But by the same token, we're not like people lower on this list that we don't necessarily need 2. We don't need one that we can take out and one that we can keep in box. Now, I will admit,
there are some things we do.
I have done that. So I do have maybe 2 or 3 things that I do have.
Same here.
But it's not over the top.
We kind of like opening boxes.
There's something nice about opening a box
Something
and
fun,
playing with the toys and moving the legs.
Posing, taking dramatic pictures. It's fun.
But, so I think we've basically covered what nostalgia or nostalgic is. But if you can sum it up in, say, 1 sentence, even though we've said a ton, summarize in 1 sentence.
Nostalgia fans. It's all about the feeling.
That's a good one. Nostalgia fans are the ones who do it for the love and the memories that they get from it. I don't know.
In short, I said with great power, with great responsibility, and you said that the same way, but in Amazing Spider-Man terms.
Well, I guess.
Or he's like, no choice, responsibility in words.
Yeah, but I'll admit mine is probably a little more cheesier.
That's fine. That's another thing we love.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to the more to the bottom, and these are the people that, as a villainess would say, they give me such a headache.
Yeah, that's where it gets messy. Now we get into what I consider the beginning of the cliff. The beginning
of the end.
These are the guys, and here's the thing. Pete and I have both kind of bled into this one a little bit.
This first one, we admit there have been times,
and mostly it's actually been a lot of me and my wife because we want to complete things. And this is the completionist fan, the ones that are specifically looking to complete an entire set or collection of something.
Or just they buy everything.
They buy everything. They'll drop so much money.
They're the people you see here on YouTube that admit it. You're like me. You watch the unboxings. These are the people who show you the entire wave of a figure.
Yes.
These are the ones even I would say that have two, one in box and one out.
These are the guys that looks for every single version of Gengar at a Pokemon convention, which happened recently.
These are the ones who look for every single variant cover of Spectacular Spider-Man #1 with all the different foils and all that good stuff.
All DVD copies of things. And here's the thing, this is why I say we bleed into it, specifically me, is that my wife owns a multitude of versions of the Halloween films. Her attempt was to collect every single version of Halloween on VHS that she could find, including variant covers, and it's the same with most of the DVD sets as well.
Again, if it's one or two things, it's not bad. We're not saying this is a horrible.
No.
This is just where it starts, or it could.
And this is where it can get bad, because I've met completionists that spend so much money and just they get kind of really upset if they're not able to.
But I will say I was a completionist at one point.
Yeah.
To the point that I had figures that I don't even give two craps about.
Yeah,
he has the figures that I don't
have the figures he didn't want.
Because I just needed that build of figure. I needed to build it, or I'm like, I need the whole thing. One of the ones I am quite disappointed that I actually completed, and it's one of the ones I bought and got way too soon, was the entire MCU Eternals wave.
Oh.
Yes.
That wasn't even worth it.
Yes, I have it.
He got it all, and then he got that last Eternal, and he was like, why did I do this?
And
they were super cheap, though.
Well, I did find the deals. That's the thing. I did find the deals. But that is one of the ones that I'm like, oh, I kind of wish I hadn't done this, but I'm not getting rid of them.
And they were so rude about it, too. Like, when it came to completing Build-A-Figures for Marvel specifically, you'd get, like, maybe 3 out of 5 good figures first.
And then you have the 2.
And then you get the crappy comic book variations. Like, I think
unless you want them.
Unless you want them, which, you know, it's fine if you like them. But, like, for example, I was not a big fan of the comic book version of the Dark Elf. Of him. Like, he doesn't look great.
No,
he's in a very colorful costume, and it doesn't feel very Dark Elfy. And I'm just like, this is weird. And others are like but then you end up with multiple versions of characters too, which is
and these are the things that there's people and YouTubers I've watched. They're like, we want to build a figure. You have to include build a figure in this. Why aren't you giving us a build a figure? And I'm like, dude, I'm perfectly fine that we're not getting a build a figure.
You know, like some of my favorite finds didn't include build a figure pieces.
Now, unless you're giving us, like, if they were to give us a Spider-Man Brand New Day wave that had complete MCU Spider-Man figures with the villains, I'll give you one bad one. I will give you one bad spot.
Give us one bad, and that's fine. I
will give you that, and I prefer that you give us that doesn't need the Build-A-Figure, but of course you will, so that we buy it. That's fine. I can deal with that. But I honestly don't. I'd rather not have to do Build-A-Figure, because then the completionist in me does want to continue. But like I said, and these also are people. Lisa talked about the comics. They'll want to try and find all the cast from a specific show. Get pictures with all, or autographed all. Which again, that's fine. I can see doing that because there's one or two things I could probably imagine myself doing it.
Sure. One I met that was a completionist he was a big Turtles fan, and he was specifically trying to get all of the versions of Shredder in the MonsterVerse release. Because there's 3 Shredders. One is a purple one, one's a red one, and one's like a gray one. I think. I'm not sure what the third one is. But he wanted to get all 3, but you had to go to specific stores to buy them. Like red one was at Target, purple was at Walmart. And
GameStop
had the other one. And he had to look at every store, but he was determined. And he spent a lot to complete that, because that was not an easy sets to find. Eventually some of them, like the purple and red, became extremely available, but the other one, that third one, near impossible to find. He did find it, but he spent an arm and a leg to get it.
I think one other thing with the completionists we should include is, like with comic books, because we have to include comic books if we're talking about superheroes,
big time.
But talking about like a character's run or a storyline.
Yeah.
The storyline I get, because I admit I'm trying to complete a storyline, which I've kind of given up. I admit I haven't bought as many comics over the years as I used to. He can attest to that.
I helped him with that.
But I love the Clone Saga.
Yeah.
Again, another thing that I love that a lot of people don't. And I want to try to get all the original stuff that has to deal with that. probably isn't going to happen, considering that some of them they include like the first appearance of the Green Goblin. They say,
Yeah, not easy.
That's not happening.
Yeah, hard. Some of them are hard, but yeah, that would be the completionist, right?
But yeah, I think we'll be frank with this one. Nostalgic and completionist. This is the one that really does kind of
merges a little bit.
Merges more.
Yeah.
The completionist is just how severe are you going to go with it?
Yeah.
So when we say completionist, we're going to go with the more severe, more drastic route.
Which kind of bleeds into the next one.
Yeah. And I just want to mention this too. People are like, you have every version of this. You collect so much stuff. You know, you have every copy of an MCU movie and every Marvel film, which I don't anymore because there are some that are very bad. Mm-hmm. But then I feel like I want to show them a picture of something I've seen on YouTube where literally the person has every copy of Iron Man.
Yeah.
Every copy of Incredible Hulk. Yeah. Every copy of Iron Man 2.
We're mild in comparison to that.
I need one.
Yeah. One's good.
Maybe two if I switch.
Yep.
But any final thoughts on completionists since we're running a little long?
No, I say now it's time to move on to the next one.
And now we get to the fans. Yeah, we said it earlier, but now we get to the fans that are so exhausted.
Exhausting. Not bad, just exhausting.
And if you're one of these, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I'm being honest with you. That's what I do with my videos. I try to, even with my reviews.
Honesty is the best policy.
And you might be a very nice person.
I have met nice ones.
But, yeah. That's why I'm leaning, because these people just exhaust me to no end. Especially on social media. That's where they can be the worst.
Mm-hmm. They're the ones, they're the keyboard warriors that you see. Not all of them. That leads to the last one. But
so that all we're saying is these are obsessed fans. Mm-hmm. And the easiest way to explain it, the simplest term, if you wanted to stop the video, explain it in, say, one word, that's easy. Cletus.
Oh, not me. I'm not the obsessed fan. Okay. No, it's Snyder Bros.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, the Snyder Bros. I've met a couple. I'm actually friends with a few. But the thing is, they get so. There's some of them that just get so angry about where the DC universe is going.
So angry.
They just get very upset, and
they won't even give Gunn a chance.
Right, but they've also been given. They were also given to show their strength. Though they got the Snyder Cut made. Like, I'll give them that. Their obsessiveness got the Snyder Cut made. So there is a positive level to this still, like a very minimal. Because the problem is, as soon as they got what they wanted, they started screaming, "I told you so!" Which,
maybe that would be the easiest way to explain it.
Yeah.
But then the Snyder Bros also, these are the level-headed Snyder Bros.
Yes.
The not level-headed are the last level.
They're the ones making the memes of, like, there's another great example. The memes of that new God of War Laufey game's coming out.
Okay, I'm not a gamer.
That's okay.
Sorry to gamers. We don't. This isn't about gamers.
I lean a bit into
totally forget about it.
I lean a bit into the gamer realm, so I keep a pulse on it. But in the Laufey game, which is based off of the God of War's wife, what's his name? Kratos. Kratos' wife, Laufey, who their son is Loki. Spoiler alert for you.
Whatever.
The Laufey
again shows how much I care.
Laufey is a woman. So the bros that are mad that a woman is the protagonist decided they would make her game Laufey into like a cleaning maid and stuff, and change her weapons to a vacuum, or like making dinner or doing laundry. Like, they did that to make fun, and sometimes they're funny, but they're not entirely like it's a rude. Like, if you're not like making clear that I'm trying to make a joke, which they're not, then it comes off as the toxicity starts to bleed in. But they'll defend that meme to the day of time that it's just a joke, bro. It's just a joke, bro. It's just a joke, bro. But the thing is sometimes it's the principle.
And on that note, I'm going to go a little bit broader with this. The obsessed fans are the ones who everything has to fit. How
Oh,
does,
yeah, they
how
do
does
have to
that?
do
How
that.
does this fit into canon? How does this work with the last?
But
movie?
that's why the Laufey memes were made.
Yeah. They have to go or try to go to every convention, meet every person they want to, go to every premiere. You know, they read everything, they watch everything, they analyze everything, they collect everything. They're obsessed. You know,
They're obsessed. They'll buy everything, and it's those obsessed God of War fans that are making memes because they are not happy that Laufey's the focus, because Kratos has been the focus for every game.
Now, okay, I'm going to do this. Everybody deserves some goodness.
Sure.
So I will say this. At least they're giving their money and building the economy.
Yeah, they're dedicated.
They are dedicated.
Yeah, and in a way, they think that is what allows them to rage bait, but
it does to a certain degree, but you have to do it right.
But you have to do it right. Like for example, right now, people are mad at Sony because the whole no more physical media thing. So there's a boycott that's supposed to happen in August. And that is, people that are obsessed with gaming are going to be doing that. But they're doing it to speak their mind. They're doing a movement sort of thing. But it's not a bad thing. It's kind of like how the Snyder Bros got the Snyder Cut made. It's done with good intention, and it's clearly it's for a positive reason.
Yeah, I mean, you can. Again, you know, somebody might say I'm obsessed with Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to deny it. He's my favorite character. I love Spider-Man. I really want to meet Spider-Man people. I want to meet the voice actors.
It's kind of how we became friends, actually.
Yeah. But I'm not going out of my way to.
No.
Am I obsessed? Do I go to first showings? No. But I go to opening day.
When you can.
Basically Thursdays. We'll say I go to premiere or I go to previews, as they call them.
We just went to see Brand New Day the other day.
Which was my second time already.
Great movie.
But, you know, obsessed just... They're starting to not live in reality.
Oh yeah,
There's... You really have to wonder, at least I know I do, what do you do for a living? How do you make your money? How do you do this?
That's the real question.
Which I'm sure they work. I know some of them do. They say it on YouTube that they work. But at the same point, it's like, I think you've lost your connection. You know, it's like that thread's been cut to reality.
Thread's been cut and you are angry.
Or at least it's unthreading. It's starting to unravel a little bit.
Yep.
Because you might still be able to have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
Any way to summarize? Because I know we kind of beat around. We say the same thing a lot.
No, I'd say that's about right. Like, you know, the summary is, you're obsessed. That's all you do. That's all there is.
There isn't any more.
There isn't any more.
But there is.
But there is one more that goes above and beyond. And we're about to talk about it.
Yeah.
Peter, we gotta talk about it.
I don't wanna.
We gotta talk about it, Peter. Come on, get over here. Can't do this alone. Come on. Come on. Sit down. Sit down. You're acting like one. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway,
you know what? Let's just say who these are so we can get the dang thing out of there.
1, 2, 3.
Toxic fans.
And
You all suck. I'm sorry, but you do.
And I'm gonna tell you it right now.
Star Wars fans are the
Star Wars
worst.
Fans, I'm calling myself out. Like, we're not great, guys. I really try to be above the grain of what you guys are doing, but by Jove.
Now, I will say there are toxic fans for every fandom.
Especially now.
But let's be honest. Star Wars fans are the
Star Wars
worst.
fans, we've been awful since the 80s, guys. I found an article that was from the 1980s.
Did you actually read an article?
I did. I read
Wow,
this.
good job. You actually
read. Anyway, I read an article that was published in the 1980s after Empire had come out, and how this fan base hated Empire.
And yet now, how many of the fandom love Empire?
And Empire is considered one of the best movies that is in existence. Like, not just for Star Wars, but in general. And I just find it so funny that when it first came out, it was hated in the newspapers, the media of the time. Like, this is just crazy to me. Like, it was a whole column about it. And Star Wars, like again, this bleeds into all fandoms now more than anything. Like,
example: people hate Acolyte.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
Acolyte was actually, in my opinion, a pretty darn good show. but
Book of Boba Fett, not terrible.
Book of Boba Fett is
Obi-Wan,
my favorite.
not terrible.
Obi-Wan has some problems,
But not garbage.
But yeah, the final fight with Vader, you gotta admit, it's fan-freaking-tastic. There's like it really wasn't apparent to me how bad it was until Last Jedi came out.
Yeah,
that was a big one for me, personally, because people were making it seem like I was an idiot for liking that movie.
Well, I mean, you are an idiot.
I'm an idiot. Like, I'll admit it, I'm an idiot. But I'm not an idiot for liking a movie. And I think that that's very silly. Like, again, to like something doesn't mean that therefore you are lower in the totem pole of thinking. If anything, giving something a chance, kind of, if you ask me, that takes a little bit more effort than it does to just hate something.
Yeah, toxic. Allow me to cut in here a little bit.
Please.
Toxic fans are just the people who every single thing has to connect.
Yeah.
They know everything about everything.
Mm-hmm.
They analyze everything profusely.
There's no winning.
You can't win with them.
Mm-mm.
They probably do want to meet everyone, but they ask the dumbest questions or the most specific questions.
Sometimes they just want to be rude.
Oh yeah, I'll give you a quick example. This is maybe a fandom you don't normally think of. NCIS.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the guy that plays Denozo, if you notice later on, Mark Hamill, Gibbs, stopped slapping in the back of his head. Sorry. You know why that was? Because fans would walk up to the actor and do this. Just random person go.
See, I'm just letting him do this. I would not let a random person do this.
But it's that type of.
But that was happening.
See, this is how much I hate toxic fans.
It's killing him.
I'm joking.
It's killing him. Okay.
I'm joking.
He's dying as we speak.
And there's two other stories I want to bring up because they've always bugged me so much. So with some other fans. First, I'm going to talk about X-Men. And actually, you know what? I'm going to include X-Men and Power Rangers together because Power Rangers is the one I think about the most.
Ooh.
He knows where this is going already.
We're going there. All right.
Toxic fans can't accept that. Did you watch X-Men in the 90s? Apparently you didn't if you think that the stuff about racism, acceptance, persecution, and all that is new because it was in the original show.
It's in the original comics.
Guess what? I didn't see it as a kid. I see it now, but I acknowledge that. Power Rangers, so against the last season having the Green Ranger be a lesbian and be in love with the Orange Ranger, her girlfriend. There's no problem with that. Power Rangers has always been about acceptance.
Yeah,
That's been the core of the dang show.
And they're teenagers. It's not like they were children. Like these were people that were like near adults at this point, and they could make decisions for themselves. And also, it was not crude. It was extremely tasteful.
And we'll bring up this one other thing. Again, this is a movie that I probably need to see again to appreciate more, but he loves it. The Odyssey. The turmoil going around the Odyssey right now, specifically about Helen of Troy. Oh, we are so upset that this actress has played her because that's not historically accurate.
Just because she's a woman of color.
Excuse me, but the original myth. You're telling me that a person born from a seashell, I believe.
Yeah, seashell.
From a god is historically accurate.
Historically inaccurate. Yeah. No, it's not. Also, it's not the first time.
It's a story.
It's a story.
Which about something that probably did actually happen.
Yeah, there are some historical like the locations and stuff. But the thing is, it's a story. It's a myth that was told via like word of mouth for thousands of years before Homer even wrote it down.
So this just proves toxic fans don't understand reality. They are, if we're talking about Greek, the fates have officially clipped their string when it comes to what's real.
Yeah.
I really don't know how they make their money if they can afford this stuff. I really don't. They've got to inherit it.
I also really think that, like you mentioned Odyssey, I'm going to mention another one because I was, earlier I had the Blade. Assassin's Creed, the newest one, Shadows. I mean, it may not be the newest one, but it was the newest one I got on my system. Has a black samurai, and this black samurai was discovered historically possibly not to have been a samurai. Japan was a little frustrated by this, but Since when has Assassin's Creed actually ever cared about actual history? It's about godlike beings creating humanity, and the assassins are somehow connected to these space beings, and about freedom of information about the truth. None of the game is really real. The only thing that they get right, and they should work hard on getting right, is the locations and the histories of those locations. The characters are entirely fictitious. There was not a Native American assassin winning the Revolutionary War. Like, it didn't exist. It was made up for a fictional story. So Yasuke being what he is a fictional story. It's not, it shouldn't matter that it's not historically accurate.
Yeah, and we could go on and on and on about this because, again, hate to say it, we hate you guys. Or gals.
You're just gonna go ahead and
not
say
discriminating. You're ruining it.
I hate conflict. Stop yelling
You're
at me.
You're ruining the fandom.
Yeah.
And we mentioned...
There's no need for it. There's no need for it.
Just admit that you like something and accept the fact that other people like
don't. Yeah, and be like, okay, we agree to disagree. Congratulations.
Let's go back one before we cut this off.
Yeah.
Because, again, we could go on for hours about it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure some people don't want to hear it, who are probably hearing us screaming about it.
Sorry, hon. My wife.
But we've mentioned Snyder Bros.
Yeah, we did.
The Snyder Bros can also be toxic.
Yeah.
And these are the people who say every bad thing about Gunn. They just will not give Gunn a chance. They won't accept that their time has passed. It's done.
It's not the time for the Snyderverse is over. And that's okay.
I like Gunn. I'm sorry. I like the Gunverse better. Granted,
if we ever want to do the video, or I do the video myself, I have an idea of how they could fix it all. But, you know, that's just a theory. But anyway, continue.
So all that to say, yes, toxic fans are at the bottom.
Sorry, guys.
I hate to say it.
I can't sanction your buffoonery.
You clearly think you know the right stuff about this.
That's right.
But do you?
Have fun
No, really.
Have fun on Twitter.
Do you? I don't think so.
Peter, calm down.
Wait a minute. I thought you were... Wait.
What?
I thought you had something else. Have you...
No.
Wait, did you change your thing every single up?
You know, I think you're trying... I think you know too much. I gotta send you back. Okay, he's back home safe. Wait a minute. Oh, he's calling me on this. Hello? Uh-huh. Yeah, you forgot your book. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll mail it to you. Don't yell. Don't need to yell. And no, I'm not telling you where I bought these things. No, I'm not telling you where I got a magical item that changes every time I want it to. No. You can suck it. You're gonna really use that language. Pardon your French. All right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do your sign off. Okay, bye. So anyway, in the words of my best friend, read what you love, enjoy what you love, and let's continue on to have a better fandom. Later, guys.